In 2013, the Coalition committed $100,000 towards installation of 4 CCTV cameras around the perimeter of Belmont Forum and Belmont Village in my electorate of Swan. We made the commitment as the Coalition recognised the need to boost security for my Belmont constituents and businesses. I might add that there was no commitment by Labor. Can the Minister provide my constituents with an update of the status of this commitment?
The Minister for Justice has the call. Minister for Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and can I thank the member for Swan for that question. And I acknowledge the deep interest that he takes in the security of his constituents and the several times that I've been able to come to his electorate as he's explained to me the priorities that he has for making sure that his constituents are as safe as possible. Now, those on this side of the House are deeply committed to doing all we can to assist with local policing and making sure that our streets are secure. That is why, since we've arrived in government, we've allocated $50 million from the proceeds of crime for upgrades of local security infrastructure, such as the CCTV cameras that we promised prior to the last election in the member's electorate. I'm very pleased to be able to update him that even though we promised 4 cameras as a result of our $100,000 commitment, we will be able to install a further 12 cameras for a total of 16 for the same amount of money. Which means that his constituents, particularly around the Belmont city centre, will have the benefit of what is a very significant investment from their federal government. Now, the member for Swan, I know, has discussed these issues with local police within his electorate, and of course the Western Australian Police are very supportive of this investment that we are making at the federal level to assist them to do this job. Now, the $50 million that we've allocated from proceeds of crime would never have happened should the government not have changed.
Minister for Veterans Affairs will cease
because
interjecting.
in the previous administration they refused to
Minister
spend
for
proceeds
Veterans
of crime
Affairs
money.
and the member for Rankin.
What they did is that they took that money and they allocated it towards their dodgy budget bottom line and refused to invest it in crime prevention programs in the same way as we have done since we've come to office. I can hear the former minister yelling that is totally untrue. That is completely and utterly correct.
The member for Gorton's been
proceeds
warned.
of crime was not used to fund crime-fighting projects under the previous government. It has only been unlocked since we arrived in office, and we will continue to make sure that we make that investment.
Member for
Indeed,
Greenway.
if we hadn't have done that, there would currently be over $100 million locked up in proceeds of crime, when we have been investing that on making sure that local communities, such as communities like Belmont in the member's electorate, are as secure as they possibly can be. Those 16 cameras will go a long way to making sure that remains the case. And I thank the member for Swan for his continued interest in protecting his constituents.